So today we will see foreign key, foreign foreign key concept, foreign key concept. So for this, what we are using, we are using two tables. One is user and other is post. When talking about this concept, then you will be able to see if we're talking about this all these things. First, what we have to do? First, we have to use data database. So as we know, we belong to the B1 slot. So we will use this command use B1 slot or name of the database, and then we are required to enter inside the B1 slot. So after executing this syntax, now at the bottom side you will be able to see we are on the right track and we have run the command successful manner. Now we have entered inside the B1 slot database. From this way, we can create the two different tables. One is belong to the users. So first command we are creating the table. Okay, let's create a table. So what is the create a table? So create table and table name is changed to the one student user. So now, can you tell me right now so what attribute I must use? So first attribute I am taking the user ID and that could be integer for the thing we can take. Now username could be thing. So username I can take over here. This could be the varchar. I'm taking the size of 30. That's enough. And you username user age. So I'm putting this age just like integer form. So it is sufficient data. And after this point, you will able to see the user ID, user name, user post, and address can also be there. So address I can take, and it should be definitely identified by the just bracket data type nature. And after the addressing the this or using this address column or address attribute, which attribute I must take over here. So you can choose any one of the attribute, whatever you want. So for learning purpose, we are using this thing. Now this table we have design over here, but this table is not exist in the our database. So we have to execute the syntax and see is it created or not. So let us understand this command after executing this code. So after executing this code, you will able to see it takes 2.312 seconds, and after that we will see that this table is created into the R database. Okay, so let us understand this command sort tables. Sort tables will show the number of the tables we have in the our database. So you will able to see we have the some tables which are the car, one, hotel, prison, users. Now it's created at the last. Okay, so is it relatable right now? So far any doubt?
No, sir.
Good. So after this point, you people are required to understand the foreign key. So as we know, the user table we have created in, but we are not defined the primary key. So this was the mistakes you have done. So what is the thing why which we can do? So it's a better idea to we can alter our table or we can create the user table. So we can create the table and but we have forgotten to create the primary key. So you can create the primary key while creating a table. So no issue. It's better idea to without wasting much time. We can drop our table. So drop table. Which table we have to drop? So this table will be dropped. Now this table is no more inside the database. So now let us understand this information over here. So I'm making the my user ID as a primary key. Okay, so primary key I can make primary key, which attribute I must take as a primary key. So I can keep this information UID. Like, yes. So now I'm making my table as a primary key. So let me execute this command once again. So now it is created. because after creating a user table, I have dropped this search table, then I am recreate the table once again for using the primary key. So let me check once again, is it available? Yes, it is available in the database. And now describe the structure of the our user table. So let us understand this syntax. And after this point, you will be able to see the structure of the our user table. So we are able to see the structure. So now null will not be acceptable, and we have the primary key on the user ID. So now we have collected our information. Okay. So now is it clear to all right now? So far, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. So now it's time to uh, create a table along with foreign key. Okay, along with foreign key. So now I'm creating another table as per the student request, that is a post. So create table, and table name we have the post. So post I'm using over here, and thereafter what is the thing we have to use? Post ID. Okay, so post ID. So it could be recognized by the integer. You can take just like the 3 digits only. So, and the post name, of course, you can take. So it could be varchar, just like the designation of the person. So varchar can is okay, sufficient. And now, from this perspective, I'm making my table is a post along with the foreign key. So it will require to keep the information from the existing table in which we have the our user table. So from the user table, we are making UID. So UID will be the our name of the attribute, but it you can take the user ID. Okay, we can take the different attribute name. It doesn't mean you're taking the same username or different username, different attribute name or column name. It doesn't mean. Okay, so please keep in mind it doesn't mean what the name of the column or attribute you are taking for making the file. So user ID, I'm taking the different name over here for understanding purpose. So user ID, while in the user table it has given into the UID. So user ID I'm taking, and I'm taking the integer. I'm taking 5. No issue. In the table it was given to 3, so we can take as a 5. So no issue. So far, if I'm trying to create this table, so there is no issue. So from this perspective, we are able to see that we are creating a table which is named as a post, and post ID is our name of the attribute is post name and user ID. These are the name, but here we are not applying the any key constant because we are not defining the primary key. We are not defining the foreign key. So let us understand all the things once again. So you will be able to understand the things that properly. So what I will do, that is my point. So what I will do and how I can do, this is the point you people are required to keep in mind properly. So let me explain here. Let me explain the concept properly. Primary key. I am defining the first primary key. Primary key. So from this post table, which attribute must be recognized as a primary key? So I am making a post ID. Okay, so this will be the primary key for this table only. Is it clear to right now?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
now I'm just making the foreign key. Foreign key. So in the foreign key, which attribute must be defined as a foreign key? So we know in this relation, in this table, post table, we are making the user ID attribute as a foreign key. So I am taking the user ID is name of the attribute. So let me write the user ID, and this user ID will keep the data from the reference pattern. So we have to use the references from which table? From which table? User. And from which attribute? UID. UID is the name of the attribute that belong to the user table. So reference is a keyword we have to use. User, we have the user name of the table, and foreign key is also keyword. So the foreign key we are using user ID, that is a name of the attribute which is belong to the current or present table name, but the UID is the name of the table from which we have to take the reference. That is the point. So in this case, you are able to see there is no cross symbol are coming over here in the red color. So it means the syntactically we have the all the thing correctly. Now let us execute this syntax and what we'll see. So we are able to see we are on the right track. We have created our table post following by the two different keys. One is a primary key, other one is a foreign key. Let me show the my proof what we have is really created the tables or not. So show tables with help of this syntax. You are able to see the number of the table inside the database. So at the last, you are able to see we have the user table and you are able to see the post is also available. Okay. Yes, tell me. Right now, any doubt? Now you are able to see if I need to describe the structure of the post table, then you will able to see the post ID was our primary key. So it is also showing the not null is applicable and primary will be the primary key. But user ID we have defined as a foreign key, so it is represented by the MUL. MUL means multiplication data or duplicacy also possible inside the this column. That is the point we have to keep in mind. I will show this proof, don't worry. So MUL means multiplication or multiplication multiple entries. So multiple entries are acceptable by the such column or such attribute. But in the case of the post ID, multiple entries cannot be stand at any cost. Reason is clear because it is a primary key. Primary key cannot have the duplicate record. That is the point. But foreign key can also have the duplicate record. That is the point we have to keep in mind. Okay. So now, is it clear to all right now? So far, any doubt? Please let me know right now. Any doubt so far? If you have, so please you can ask me right now. Any student who have any doubt?
Sir, here user is a keyword or table name?
This is yeah, yes. See, sometimes if it is showing the blue color, then we will say this is the user is treated as a keyword. But inside the our MySQL, we have this is a keyword, but we are taking here as a reference, or we are putting here as a table name. So implicitly, the compiler will identify this is the our table name, that is a user table. This is a user table name. Okay, this is a user table name. Okay, so please keep in mind. But implicitly, in the MySQL, it is treated as a keyword, so that's why it's showing the blue color. But we are using table name only. Suppose it was a keyword, and if you are using this keyword here, so what is the name of the table from which we are taking the reference? So this command will not execute perfectly. So that's why reason. Other than this issue, you have any problem? Any other problem right now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
So
sir.
good. So now listen carefully, more detail about it. It's time to insert some data or record. Okay, you can just. So first we have to insert some data insert into table name. What is the table name? User, and we have to use the value. And what are the values we have to use? Insert into table name. We are putting some information like this. I'm taking random information. First we have the user ID. First we have the user ID, username, age, and address. User ID, name, okay, and address. I'm taking just like XYZ, whatever I want to take, and age. I'm not taking the my correct age over here. Just keep in mind. And what are the correct sequence we are using? Username is okay. So this will come as this. So this is the first value we have created. So if you want to store the multiple information, then you can store. So then I'm taking some more details over here. Okay, so I'm taking some more information over here, and okay, and next row I'm taking the ABC, and I'm also putting some more information. Okay, so this is all the details I'm just putting. Age is 99 something. Just only the rubbish data, only nothing else. Okay, So now, after inserting this command, three different values will be inserted. Now you are able to see user ID was our primary key. So all the data I'm putting over here 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, and 999, this that belongs to the unique names. So duplicacy will not be there. Let me add one more data over here for the knowledge purpose only. So and here I'm taking something just random. And here I'm taking the 67. This is a duplicate. I can take address. I'm also taking the duplicate form of the duplicate. And yeah, so four different values I'm putting over here in terms of the rows or records. Now let me execute, and after executing, you are able to see now we have the four different data. Select from users. Is it clear to all? Now we have the four different data. Is it clear to all right now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So after this point, if you try to insert some data, I'm trying to insert some data into post table, and what we have the syntax, please focus on syntax properly, insert into table name post, we have value, and what are the values we have over here? What is the orders of the our attributes we have the post ID, post name, and user ID. So post ID I can take as a primary key should be unique. So I'm taking the just like this one. Okay. Anything whatever you want to take, you can take. Post I'm taking as a processor. Okay, just like for sake of the knowledge, I'm putting all the details. And user ID I'm picking the 901. Okay. Yes. Yes, tell me. What is it correct statement I am doing right now? Yes, am I following the correct statement? Can anyone tell me if you get an error, so what kind of error will be generated? If there is no error, so are we going to right direction? Please tell me.
So if we are using UID as a foreign, I mean user ID as a foreign key here, so there should be 909 UID in the user table.
So if I'm using this syntax right now, so definitely we will get an error. So what error we will get? Can anyone tell me right now?
909 is not found in the user.
From the user table, and it does not belong to the user's user ID. That is the point. Okay, so user 909 was not a data that belong to the user ID inside the user table. That is the reason. If I try to execute, so let us see what we are getting. That is the reason. You can't add or update a child row as a foreign key constraint fails. That is the reason. Is it so? So what I should use? Can you tell me what should I use instead of the 909? Can anyone suggest me?
999.
You can use any one of the values, four values we have in the R record, that is a 345, 645, 999, 892. So we can choose any one of these values, so because these values are the part of the user ID of the user table. So randomly I'm choosing the 645. So now synthetically we had the correct statement, and now we also have the correct statement, but logically we don't have previously correct statement. But this is the time we have the logically correct statement. Let me execute the statement. So now this row is created inside the our post table. Let us show my proof. Select start from. So now it is to be created inside the our information. Yes, tell me. Is it clear to all right now? Is it clear now perfectly? So this is the concept of the primary key and foreign key. So foreign key will accept only those information that belong to the particular or reference data we are taking. So a student does not exist in our university, and he is or she is want to pick a particular course. So how he or she can opt the course. So the particular information must exist. That was my point. So Suppose 2020, 22 and BAI something that the student want to, but this 22 roll number was not created in our university database. So how he or she can of the course? That is the reason. The student will be come in the next year who belong to the 2020 roll number from starting from two digits. That is the reason. Okay, so this is the idea about the foreign key. Now, is it related all right now? Do not forget to remember the syntax and it is mandatory to understand the concept. Just tell me right now. Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, clear. Good. So from this way, we have the some more interesting factor over here to learn the things properly.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt that here
Yes, tell.
primary key is acting as a parents and foreign key is acting as a child.
Yes, super. Yeah, of course, you're on the right track because we are taking the reference from the our see in the child law.
In error it is written child. That's it.
See, yeah, of course. See, I can write over here for a betterment. So, see, we are referencing the data from its existing from existing, not its- from existing table. So, this existing table will treat it as a parent table because you are trying to inherit some information from you are trying to inherit some information from the child table. Okay, or existing table, or we can say you are trying to inherit some data from existing existing table. So this table is also known as the parent table. So from where we are inheriting. Okay, so inside the child the child table. Yes, that is the reason. So we are what we are doing actually parent table to child table, and this parent table is be as a existing table, and this is your this is a existing table. We can write here this is the uh, old table, and we try to inherit some information from the new table. So we are inheriting some information from old table to new table. But the question we have, but you can write over, but you can you can select only those data which are available inside or which are hold by you can say which are kept by. You can write a simple way kept by parent table. That is good. Okay, so why my answer. Clear? Is it
So,
clear?
sir, does it follow the tree concept like a parent can have a many child, but a child can have one parent?
Yes, of course. A parent can have the many child because we are referencing the data from the parent table. So implicitly, we are following the hierarchical model definitely. So get to see. Sometimes we can say sometimes we are following the tree structure pattern internally. So we are following this. Of course, you are on the right track. And now see a very real example. I can tell you, father has a lots of the property, and you can borrow the only those property which belong to your father only. Your father's friend you can't borrow. So you can borrow only those property which are inheriting from your father to you. That is means what the references you are getting. So you are taking the references your data from your father's only. You can't take the any information from the others. That is reason. So at the time the parent table becomes a child. A parent table can be one and which can distribute or many children table can take the reference from the parent table one table, but many children it will be possible. Yes, of course it is possible. Yes, definitely it is possible. Okay, now it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so but in the practical time, we will see only the small concept and a small taking simple example. So I always recommend it a student please go through the practical time. Just take just spare your time to learn the practical thing. Do think about some exercise and try to implement. And try to implement something. How we are going. So first you have to draw the diagram on the sheets and then make a system. Make the database on the system. So that's why we are saying the step properly. So we are not a champion, we are the not master of the, any concept in this world. First, we have to understand the fundamental thing. So that's why I'm here to explain the fundamental thing, and then I'm giving some idea how you can resolve such issues. So all these issues, when try to all these issues can come while implementing the this project. We are working on the database. So at that moment, all these small or tiny concepts will help you to or boost up your confidence to resolve your issues or errors. That's why we have the fundamental thing. So once we have understood the concept, then next we will understand what would be the flow, what we are the data we are using, and how we can communicate. That's why we are using the foreign key and primary key. So parent and child table are also having the relationship. So how they are having, so there is a relationship based on the key concept, and this concept is not the foreign key. So foreign key is a conceptual study in the database name system which provide the relationship between the parent table and child table. That is the reason. Okay, so this is the point. Now is it clear to all right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So you people are required to go to the some more practical and just try to implement some more practical. Go to the very sources and just use the data set and use the database and try to implement and try to make the connection between the multiple tables. Okay, so I'm just giving the only idea where you can do. Okay, whenever you have any problems, you can communicate and we will discuss. Now, it's time to show me some more steps over here, and those are related to your thing properly. So now what we have over here, I'm just showing the some more important points over here. So we will talking about the aggregate function. Let me explain the some information that is a user table. So in the user table, we have the port information. So by using all these four data or relation or what the records, we will understand the aggregate function. So let us understand. Understand aggregate function. Aggregate function. All these are the important topics, so please focus on. But these are the smallest topics, the small, tiny concept, and all these concepts will help you to understand the query utilization in proper way. So let us understand some aggregate functions. So we have the some aggregate function, and those aggregate functions are used to understand the thing properly by applying the some specialized function, and with help of the some specialized function we can make the our information or we can utilize the data with the simple way. So let me write down some information. What are those functions? So first one is average function. Next we have the sum function. We're talking about the other function, that is the count function. We have the min. So we have the min function. We have the max function. Okay, we have also have the standard deviation function. We are also having the variance function. Okay, so I have just taken only selected function over here for example. So if you're talking about the my relation, what I am using expect data from the user. So from this case, you will able to see we have only the four different data. Here only the one data we are using, or just we have the lots of data. So instead of the other things, let me add some more data for a betterment. So I am just copying this data over this values over here and doing some amendment into the data, and let me add some more data. So instead of this thing, I'm just marking the 3, 2, and next just changing some information. Okay, I'm just using 2W something like randomly, and the 60, 34 something like this one. Okay, this would be the Q. Okay, so I'm just changing some only information. but keep in mind this should not be duplicated. Okay, so it's only just taking. Okay, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. Now I'm trying to execute this syntax. Let me add. Yeah, 4 records are inserted. Finally, I'm copying this syntax once again over here, and let me see now how many data we have. Now you are able to see we have the lots of data over here. Now, is it visible to all right now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So how many data we have? We have the 4 different rows. Okay. So let us understand the aggregate function step by step. First aggregate function. In the first aggregate function, if I need to get the sum of the all the ages, okay, you can see just like or amount you can have. Suppose you're purchasing a product, then you need to see the what is the total of the purchased product by the particular customers only. So you can use. So let me use explain some. So what it will give? It will give the it will return the total. Okay, total of the values. If talking about the sum function, so aggregate function will be applied on the our selected columns only. So what is syntax? Select start from let's start from users. If I execute this syntax, then all the rows will be selected. So what I instead of this thing, I can use a sum function, and I need to get the average sum of the all the age. So I can put the column name over here. Now let me use this syntax. So after executing, now you are able to see we are getting the sum of the our age like over here. Now it is visible to all right now. Yes, tell me right now. It is visible to all. So we're getting the
Yes,
sum
sir.
of the so
Yes,
just
sir.
that yeah. See here we have the age 87, 34, 67, 23, 93. Okay, and other values we have 67, 49, 99 something. So if I'm trying to add all these things, so what I'm getting the sum of the all these things. There's the point. But a student is very smart and who is asking, sir, just let me know how many records we have. So we have the 1,000 records, so we will not count one to last. So what is simple syntax? You can just use the count function. Uh, it will return number of records in a table. Okay, in a table. But keep in mind the value should be there. If any data values are missing, and then you will see there are 1,000 information, but I'm able to see only the 9,900. So where is 100? Because the 100 are values are belong to null values. So count function will not count the null values. That is the point. So if you have the null value, then it will not be considered as our count part. That is the point. So let me execute select count is okay. So from this way we can count and user. If I try to do this syntax, then you will able to see we are getting some error to count. Oh, the space should not be there. Column name and attribute name must not have the space. So now I have rectified. So I'm getting the 8. So 8 is what is showing the number of record. It will return the number of record, and I'm just writing here one more statement for a matter. It does not count null value. Suppose we have the two null values over here, we are not having the age value, we have not inserted, and at that time what happened? It will not count such record. So it could be 6 or 7, something if you missed out the information. That is the point. So this is a key point you have to keep in mind. So there is a count function. From this person, if a student is saying, sir, I just need to check the minimum age. Okay. So minimum age. So it will return minimum value. So you can choose any one of the column. Okay, I'm choosing the only age. So select star, not star, min uh, age from user. So if I'm executing this code, then I'm able to see 23 is I'm getting this value. Okay. So this is a value I'm getting over here. So this is a minimum value. Unlike the minimum value, we have the max function. So we can use the max function. So select star from user. So you will able to see here we have what is the maximum value? We have the 99. Okay, so minimum value you can observe over here we have 23. So instead of the main, I can use max. So what is simple syntax? Nothing, just put this function. 99 I am getting over here. So this is the my information. Just tell me right now. You are getting the thing properly or any doubts so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
So yes, tell me.
sir, in count, the duplicate values will also be counted.
Yes, of course, duplicate also will be counted. And if you want to
So,
remove, then you
sir,
have to
is there any
yeah.
other method for counting
Yeah.
unique
Yes,
values?
yes. Of course, we have the
Distinct.
yeah, distinct you can use. So just let me show the how many duplicate information we have. Select stuff from the just yes, of course we have. Is there any duplicate value over here? I think we don't have any duplicable, but in the yeah address address we have. Yes, address we have. In the address we have. Okay. So address we have the XYZ two times, and ABC we have ABC we have the two times, XYZ we have the three times, URE we have the two times. So instead of doing this one, what you will do, you can use select select
नहीं हो रहा इसलिए तो मदद मांग
select distinct. You can use the select distinct. Can anyone tell me if you remember something? Those who were the part of the from the database. So can you tell me right now? Can anyone tell me if anyone is remembering this concept?
Select distinct address from user.
Okay, and yeah, okay. Anyone who is remembering, so tell me right now.
It's how to
You,
count the number of distinct elements, sir.
yeah, you have to use the distinct. Okay, I have written the
Select,
wrong. Yeah, distinct. No,
count.
select distinct address. Address is our name of the column we are choosing from our user table. Okay, so here we have seen XYZ is coming three times, and URE is the address which is coming two times, and ABC address is coming two times. So you will able to see it will remove the duplicate information. So we will able to see only those data which are representing by the duplicate. So we are representing the duplicate record, so we can remove by using a distinct keyword. So of course we have. So you can use this distinct. So I can write some more theory for betterment. So you can use this keyword keyword to get unique unique record. Uniqueness in the uniqueness record. You can get it this all this. Of course, we have used this. Just tell me right now. Is it clear to all right now? Yes, tell me. Any doubts so far? Yes. Anyone who need to ask any question right now? Is it clear to all right now?
Yes, sir.
So, but as a curiosity, we have the so many questions. So you can see you can use select uh, you can use the many operations simultaneously, many aggregate functions simultaneously, just like ABC. ABC on the A's can pick, and some of the A's I can pick like this one, and I can take the minimum. So I can take the multiple aggregate function I can apply simultaneously on the different columns. So, but I am using only different one column. That is okay. No issue. You want to use a multiple columns at the simultaneously, you can use. Okay. So now I am using the this thing. So from which table? Okay, I'm selecting the from which table to the table. So if I try to see this code, now you will be able to see the multiple informations can be represented by the simultaneously in a one way. So we are able to see all these things. So average, sum, minimum, maximum. So we are getting all this. Okay. So multiple aggregate function can be possible. So I can write over here multiple aggregate functions are possible to use. Okay. This is the beauty of the database. Okay, some more function I'm remembering right now. One is standard DEB. So we can use standard deviation. We can apply, and we can also see the variance. Individually we can use, and but I'm using the simultaneous both from user. So what is the standard deviation value of the A's column we are getting? Variance of the A's, what we are getting this one. And if I'm using the this syntax, select uh, standard deviation of user name from user. Username does not exist. What is the name of the our field? Uname. So our is user. So why we are getting the standard deviation value 0? Can anyone tell me? Who have any ideas? So can you tell me right now? Can anyone tell me what is the value we are getting the 0? So are we getting the correct value? Standard deviation is returning the 0 value. Why? Can anyone tell me?
It's a
Yes.
string, not an int.
Yeah, super. See, it means it shows to me or it seems to me you are not sleeping. So standard deviation is a statistical mathematical function which work on the numerical data only. So that's why we are getting all this. This is the point you have to keep in mind properly. So aggregate function will like to work on the mathematical data values only. So that is the point we have to keep in mind properly. This is the reason. So why I can try. I can write over here. Name is not a numerical column. Numerical data holding column. This was the aggregate function. Just tell me right now. Any doubt from the aggregate function? Please tell me if you have. Just tell me any doubt so far.
No, sir.
No, sir.
So from the next point, I'm remembering a very small and tiny concept, and it is required to understand, or it is required to manipulate our query as our demand. Next, we have the in operator. So next we have the in operator. So what is in operator? Just let me write the thing here. What does by the in operator over here, and what it will do in operator. So in operator basically determining that in the such column is really having by some value or not. That was a my. So let me explain my concept in simple way so you will able to understand the thing properly. Before that, just let me show my proof over here. What the table I'm using right now, I'm using a user table. Now, from this table, you will able to see this is we have. So in such column and table, You can use any one of the column. So if I need to find, actually in operator will be treated as some searching purpose. Okay, so I can write over here. Basically, uh, it is used to search some uh, data, nothing else. So if I need to check the particular thing is exist into the my information or not, so let me show. So select star. Okay, you can use any one of the things, whatever you want to use, you can use. So you want to print all the things with help of the search operator, you can use. So in operator basically used to represent the your data in form of the searching way. So what is the syntax? Select star from table name, what is table name? User. If I'm trying to search something properly, so it will require the condition where where uh, xyz is a value in xyz in address. This will be the our syntax. Where xyz in address from this one. So we have to choose the address part over here. So let me just remind this correct syntax over here. In operator is basically is a simple concept. So just let me remind the syntax. Select a star from the user syntax is correct to the best of my memory.
Sir, actually it will be select star from user where
Yeah.
address in XYZ.
Address, yeah, address is right. First we will see the this table. So yeah, this will become over here. So yeah, that is the point. Let me write correctly. No, select star from this point. I think this value should be the bracket. It is optional part. Just let me check.
Yeah,
This should be back. Yeah, this should be back. So we have to keep in mind after the point we have to pick the information bracket. So select star. Select star means we are selecting all the columns name or attributes name from the user table where address. So address we are looking for, that is the XYZ. This XYZ value or data value is exist inside the address column or not. So it will check from the uh, all the values from the address column only. XYZ, U, Y, Z, XYZ, ABC, and so on. So suppose I'm choosing right now thing M and P something, but this is not a part of the any data value of the our address attribute. Let me execute the syntax and what we are getting. So at the bottom side, you will able to see, you will not able to see anything. Why? Syntactically, we are correcting by using the correct syntax, and it will not return anything. So it will return number of the columns, number of selected columns. Okay, what the column we have selected. So we are selecting the all the columns, number of selected columns. Now it will return the number of selected column along with data. So you will able to see MNP is basically what this is the value, it's the data element value which does not calling by the our address. So that's why we are getting the no information. Let me correct this information by choosing this statement once again, and I'm putting over here ABC and now ABC. So if it is contained, then particular row will be number of the it will return the rows or records with number of the selected column. That is the point we have to keep in mind. So let me check what it will return. Yeah, it is returning the two different rows which are matching with the our ABC address. So select star from user. We can choose instead of the all the you want to choose only user ID union, then you can choose. Okay, so it's a choice what the column you want to select. So instead of the this one, if I need to choose only the UID and age. So I'm just defining actually, I just need to display only the user ID and name, do not display the other part only. So it will display only the user ID and user name, which is matching the our criteria, that is ABC address value. That is it. Okay, so this query will be helpful when I need to select those students who belong to the particular city only. This is the movement. This is the point. Okay, so this is a good example. It is clear to all right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we have the next operator. We have the between operator. Between operator. Between operator basically is a simple operator. So if I need to select all the record from user where is greater than 30 but less than or equal to 90. This is my query. So what I'm getting, just let me see. I'm getting over here. So instead of 30, I can put over here the 40. So definitely my result will be. I'm getting the 4 different records out of the 8 records. Okay. So here you will be able to see select star from user. So you will be able to see we are getting the 8 records. It will return the 8 records. So as per our condition, we are putting this condition A should be greater than or equal to 40 and should be less than 90. So I'm giving the range actually. So what I'm giving the we are defining the range. We are defining the range. Okay. So we are defining the range. So when we have the range, then we can use. So this is a simple syntax by which you can do. But instead of this condition pattern, you can use the between operator. But ultimately, you will get the same result. So what is the query? Select star from user where is between 40 and 90. So this query, that is 99 number, you will be able to see this query and both 101 query both are same. So these queries are the same. Keep in mind. The query which is represented by the 99 sequence number is also having the same sense, which is matching with the same. So this is the way of the query writing. So we can use this way to represent answer. So let me execute this code and see the result. Yes, we are getting the same thing. If you do not want to use this way, you can use the like not this way. You can use the 60. So I'm executing this syntax. So we are getting these records as per the query demand. So between operator you can use the in operator for the pattern matching purpose or certain purpose you can use. So that is the reason we can understand the concept properly. Okay. Tell me right now, yes, is it clear to all right now? Yes, tell me any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Okay, good. Now, suppose if you need a pattern matching concept, if you need to pattern matching, I need to display the name of those students who belong to the uh, uh, or whose name must be started by the ABC, something like this one. So what we are doing, I'm putting the pattern matching. Okay, so just select star from user. Now I'm able to see I have some data. So I need to choose the name of the person whose first name belong to the N. Suppose that I'm choosing these two records. So at the time we have to use the like operator. So at the time we have to use the like statement, not operator. Like is basically statement, not an operator. So how to use the syntax? Select star from user, and from this way we have to write this statement in simple way, so you will able to understand the concept properly. So as I'm speaking once again, in operator basically allow to determine if a specified value matches any value in a set of the value or written by the subquery. But when talking about the in between operator, so what between operator is saying to us, the between operator is basically a logical operator, and that allows you to specify the whether a value in a range or not. So we have seen this concept few minutes ago. And the between operator basically is often used in a where clause and or by using of a selector, update, or delete statement. So when we are using such things, then we can use the statement. I need to delete the only those record who which belong to this category, or I need to remove the those student record whose age is more than the 40. So that is a condition we can use. That is a range. So now come to the point about like statement. So like statement is basically most important concept. This is not operator. Please focus on in your mind. This is an operator. So I need to select the all the data from the users where you will be able to see that is a condition we have to keep in mind properly. So I'm just putting a condition where name. Okay, you name that is a attribute name. You name you name like uh, this one, okay, no, not this one, n. Okay, and rest of the letter could be anything, so I'm using the percent symbol. Percent symbol is saying to us first letter should be n, and we don't know about the other letter. Other letter could be anything. It could be a b c d, could be anything, so it doesn't mean, but first letter is specified fixed, we are fixing, that is n. So if this information matching with our pattern, so we will see what we are getting. So you will able to see n is matching with the our this point, so we are getting this information. Now if I'm updating this information, first three letters should be matched with like this one. Okay, so here the student name could be the Nehul, Neha, okay, and Nehar, something like could be anything. So if I'm trying to do this statement now, there only the one statement, one record will be written over here. So that is a point we have to keep in mind, and that is known as the pattern matching. So like statement will be used as a for the pattern matching. So suppose if we need the pattern matching concept, then like statement will be helping. So this is mostly used for the pattern matching. Pattern. Yes, from the pattern matching, just like a statement, if you need to ask any question right now. Yes, tell me anything you need to ask any question right now.
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm just doing something very simple. I need to select the all records from the user table where address, where address like. So the first value could be anything we don't know, but in between, if there is a y is coming and we don't know about the last. So here the example could be a b c y x y x z, something like this one. Here could be the a y z. Here could be the x y z is example. So y is coming inside, and we don't know about the what are the other letters. So we can choose this pattern matching. So we can see what is the information we will get. Here we are getting the our those address which are matching with this pattern. Y is coming between and other information coming like this. So this is the way we can use. So this is another example. We will be able to see this one right now. So this is the like. So this is like step. So is it clear to all right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from this point, we have some small concept more right now. So I'm telling to our people step by step. So let's start from users. Can anyone tell me what we have done over here? What we are getting over here? Just can anyone tell me? Suppose I need to use the age of the all the employees or age of the all the students in a shorted way. Okay. So when the sorting is required, so when the sorting on the column is required, then we have to use two important keywords. One is ascending or descending. So that is a point we have to keep in mind. So here we have this word. So how to sort all the elements properly? So let us understand this concept step by step. So for doing this one, if we need to use the sorting of the column, then what we have to use? We have to use a clause like select from where. We have another clause that is known as the order by clause. So we can use order by clause. Let us understand how we can use. Select star from user table and order by age. So the small age will come at the first and then other information will come at the bottom side. So sorting will be informed the ascending order. So if you're not using this statement, so by default, I can write over here for a better name. By default, uh, ascending will be there. Okay. So if you're using expertly ascending, it doesn't mean. So now age is coming the first 23, 24, 49, and you will able to 99 is coming at the bottom side. As per the database concept, the first record we are inserting that come on the first point. Okay. If we are inserting the last record, so the last record we found that the age student belong to the 20 only. But we are able to see this is coming at the bottom side. So if you need to sort your element, you need to sort your data, then you can use the order by clause. So that is a more important thing we have to keep in mind properly. So this is the my words. Okay. So do not think about the other part, think only the simple concept. So select star from the user order by the name. So we have done this. So by default we have the ascending. So suppose if you want to use, select star from user and order by age, and I'm writing. So if you're using the ascending, it's optional. Okay, so ascending is an option. Instead of the ascending, if I need to see the my result or the descending order, let me execute this text. So by default, I'm getting the ascending order. So if you're using the ascending ASC keyword, it's optional. But here I'm using the DESC. So that is a descending order. So what I will get the order of the my age information in form of the descending order. Now you will see the 99 is coming at the top and the 23 is coming at the bottom side. So this is right. So we have the ascending descending order. We can use order by clause. Okay, so this is the point we have to keep in mind properly. Yes, tell me right now, any problem so far to understand the order by clause?
No, sir.
Okay, so and next we have the term that is we have to use in mind. In our recall address, we have the three different kind of address we are using: ABC, XYZ, and EURE. So we have the three kind of the address. So I'm just writing over here. We have three kind of.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
So if we use order by age descending and UID ascending together,
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Together you can
then
use.
what
But
will be down?
yeah, you will be able to see. Just see here. Just ascending and descending order. Tell me which order you want to take.
Sir, age descending and UID ascending.
So we can't use the we can't use the and of it. Okay. So say start from the user order by age ascending and UID
Descending.
descending. So we can put like this one. So what happened as per the order, the first your data will be sorted by the age in the ascending order and then UID inform the descending order. So first will be sorted by the ascending order of the on the age data, and then after the our information be sorted by the descending order according by the UID data. No problem. Let me execute this test. So we can write like this. This is right. Okay, so you will able to see. First, it is sorted by the on the basis of age, and now it is sorted by the at the. Or you can change this order like you do not think about no sir. You can use. Okay, so let me see now. First is order, it is sorted by this order, and then it is sorted by this order. So it is also possible to apply the multiple order by we can do, but order by clause we are using, then we have to use this one and by the comma. We can use. So here we have the small amount data, so resultant information we are getting in the small way, so we are not filtering the information properly. But when we have the 1,000, 10,000, more thousand information, then at the time we will be able to see the information we are getting properly. So, but here we are going to the rough data for understanding purpose. Okay, so we can do. Of course, it is also possible. Just tell me right now. This command is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I was on my topic. We have seen the three kind of the we have the three kind of addresses. Okay, so addresses, and those are recognized by the X, Y, Z, comma A, B, C, and or we can say the Q just like this one. So I'm taking an example. Suppose I need to make a group. What you have to keep in mind, I have to make a group of the my entire information. Just focus on the my words. I need to make a group of the my entire record in a simple way. So we can use the group by clause. That is the point you have to keep in mind. So from the our student data, we have the BTech cybersecurity, BTech AI, BTech health informatics, BTech cloud computing, BTech XYZ, and so on. So from the particular group, if I need to choose some data in the simple way, then I can pick in simple way. That is to be done by the order by clause. So let us understand this concept, and this is to be done by the group by clause, not order by. This is to be done by the group by clause. So group by clause will be applicable when we are using the information in terms of the group. But you keep in mind that there are some common information that are just available. If we don't have any common information, then there will be no sense to use such group by clause. And this group by clause is much applicable where we are using the aggregate function. So group by clause and it is much applicable along with aggregate function. So this is the point you have to keep in mind. So I'm fine right now. Select start from users. This is the first case you are running. After running, you found there are 8 records. Now we have to some group X, Y, Z. U, Y, Z I have forgotten. So you can also include on the other part. So we have the 4 different groups. It doesn't mean how many we have this information. U, Y, Z. Now I'm using the order by clause. So sorry, group by. So I'm making the select order from user and group by address. Yeah. Yes. Now I'm just trying to execute this statement. Now you will able to see only the first information. Once the result information is showing by the first record only, which is matching into our database is XYZ. So it will taking the first part of our main table or main record, and then UYZ coming. The ABC is coming in the first record. So it leaving the other part as well. So we can see. So after this point, we are able to see only the distinct information. This is today just like a distinct information. This is just today like a distinct date. This information. But as I told you, this group by function is group by clause is much applicable with the aggregate function. So what is my query? Now my query is I need to I need to uh, find minimum age of the user from from X, Y, Z. This will help you just like this one. So what I will do, select star from user. Okay, so I will choose the minimum age. So I can write the minimum age. I need to select the minimum age from the users and group by address. Okay, So it will give the information from the address only. But if you want to make the condition, so there is another clause will be applicable there. So let me first on the address only. So if I need to find the minimum age of the user from the address only. So at the time it will help to understand the concept properly, and let me explain. So we have the four different groups. Okay, we have the four different groups, and we are getting the all the things properly. So we are getting the thing properly. So from the XYZ address, we have three different records, and now to these three different records, we are getting the minimum age, that is a 67. Now let me show the my proof. Yes, we are getting or not. You can see XYZ we have the 87 years, XYZ we have the 67 years, and now XYZ we have the 67 years once again. So which is the minimum? 67. So that's why we got our answer as a 67. U by Z would be the part of the one group. It does contain only the one match pattern. So it will also return only the 34. From the ABC we have the 1, 2, 2. So out of these two, which is the minimum? 23. And TUR is one kind of address which in out of this we are getting the 49. That is the point. Okay, so this is the point we have discussed over here. If you want to match the condition, no sir, I need to choose the minimum age of the users from the address group, but from the XYZ only. So I'm just making the rule. That is the point you have to keep in mind. So for understanding this point, we have a concept which is known as a having clause. Okay, having by clause. So for that is to be identified by having by clause. Having by clause, having by clause for condition. For condition when we are using group by. What is my condition? My question? I need to select max age. Now I'm changing question. Max age from address group, and their address is X, Y, Z. Okay, this simple question. So how to write the query? Select maximum age from the age category and from users group by address and having by. So this is a condition where we have to keep in mind having by yes. Having by, what is the condition we need to put? So you can put the condition where address is equal to XYZ, and I think it should be inside the bracket, else we can get that. Having by we are getting the there should be comma. It is not required.
Not required in having.
No. Yeah, having by
Having.
only having will come. Okay. Yeah, having will come on. Yeah. So there's a having clause only, not having by, because I was remember the other clauses which are followed by the by, order by, and group by. So that's why I've added the having by. So having clause only. So if I'm executing this syntax, then from the XYZ group, so how many records we have? 3 records which belong to the XYZ data. So out of these information, these address XYZ, which belong to XYZ, we will choose the maximum age of the person. Okay. So let us understand this concept and execute. So we are getting the 87. Okay. Let me show them my proof. Just so XYZ is having the 87, XYZ having the 67, and XYZ also having the 67. But as per the our query, we are getting the XYZ as a maximum is we are getting the 87. So this query will help you to understand when we have the large pool of the database of the student and from which we need to select. I need to select the student name, they who belong to the BTech cyber security, and they have opted the data structure subjects. So this query will be better for applying the filter properly. So out of the 10,000 or 1,000 or I don't know how many students we have. So based on this pool of the data, we are getting the 100 data. So that is summarized data, and that is the beauty of applying the query. This is the point. Okay, so this is a having clause we have. Yes, tell me right now. Is it clear to all right now? Any doubt? Just tell me. Just tell me any doubt so far. You please speak.
Sir, can you explain this having once again, sir?
Yeah, please. See, yes. Before that, just what we have. We have the total 8 rows or 8 records. Is it clear? We have the total 8 records and rows. And out of these 8 rows, we have the 3 rows or records which belong to XYZ address. Now, is it clear to all right now?
Yes, sir.
So out of these 3 address, XYZ address, we need to pick next is based data. So what is the thing you are applying? You have to do properly. You need to select the maximum age you are choosing from the user you are choosing from the address. So you are making the group of the address because we don't know how many data we have. So we have the lots of data. So we are having the many groups. We can have the many groups. XYZ we can also have the ABC, we can have the other group as well. So out of these things, you are trying to select the one thing. So XYZ, the first record, just let me show the proof once again. See, so XYZ address which belong to the XYZ address, then 87 age is there. Then we have the 67. Then we have the once more the 67. So XYZ value is coming 3 times in terms of the rows. 3 rows we will see. And out of these 3 rows, we need to select the only the maximum age. So you are choosing the this one right now. So you are selecting the maximum age of the person or the user from which the condition is saying to us the address should be the XYZ. So I'm choosing the this one. So if I need to choose the name of the students, they belong to the BTech cybersecurity, BTech or computer graphics specialization. So how I can choose? So this is the filtration I can apply. So having clause will come along with the group by. That is the point you have to keep in mind. I can write over here for your betterment. Yeah. Having clause will be applicable with group by. This is the key points you have to keep in mind. That's why we are using the syntax properly. So we are putting the condition. So having is come or applicable where we are putting the condition. So this is the reason we are using. But if I'm not using this point right now, suppose that I'm not using this point right now, I'm using select maximum age from the user and from the address. So it will give the maximum age, but we have made the group. So out of the lots of the group, it provide the maximum age, but it is not easily justifiable. So we are explicitly defined that we need to find the maximum age of the person or user which belong to the ABC group only, nothing else especially, or XYZ group only, or TURE group, what the address we have. So we are explicitly filtering the information. That is my point. So that's why we have. So from this point, you will be able to see we have the TURE 2 times. We have the 49 and 99. So instead of this one, you can use the TURE. So TURE. So I need to display the maximum age of the person from the address group. So address group, how many address group we have? One is X by Z, Q by Z, ABC, and then TY. So there are 4 different groups. So let me execute this code, and what the answer should be written 99. 99 is coming over here. That is the reason. You can choose any one of the group. You can use whatever you want to. In this address, we have the 3 address. We are getting the 87. That is the reason. Now clear?
Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
And the point we have been observed over here, after applying any condition. So I am just writing the select star from select count page. Suppose that I am using this command, I've used already. So what it will return? It will return the column name as a count age. So aliasing is a various mechanism to provide the rename of the column while displaying purpose only. So instead of this one, what I can use, I can make the my column name, I can rename the my column name as a count age to result. Suppose I am using as a result. You can choose any one of the name, whatever you want to choose. So I'm making a result. Okay, I can use and use my result. So while displaying the result, it will not display the count is as a name of the column. It would display the my result as a name of the column. Let me show you my proof. So now same result will be we will get the same result, but it will display the name as a this one. Now, okay, so your home name will be the Bablu Piplu Triplu Suplu. So what is this? This is your aliasing, full name. So your father will call you your nickname. So this is just like a nickname. Okay, just like it, I can write over here, just like a nickname. Okay. Aliasing will be applicable where we are using the nickname of the particular column for displaying purpose only, but internal it will not change anything because this is the point. So we are not renaming the column name with the actual changing the thing. So we are not using DDL statement. Here we are using the data query language to just display purpose only the information. Okay, this is the point. So it is clear to all right now. Any doubts so far?